If everybody can please turn to page 46, Perek Yud Ches, Pasuk Tes. I guarantee if you put your, Daniel, if people look inside, I guarantee it will be a good day. But you have to put your holy eyes on these holy words. Akiva, we're going to learn some cool things today. But I want you to be brutally honest. If you ever learn B'chavrusa, I'd rather a chavrusa who's angry, mad, disinterested. The worst chavrusa, you'll see this in your own journeys, and I promise. I'm saying what I feel. I can't. The worst chavrusa I ever met in my life as Zevi is the chavrusa who doesn't really care about finding out the truth. I'd rather a guy is slow, learning disabled, can't understand, but he mamish wants the truth. It's like magical. You sit across from a guy and you're both trying to find, I don't care, they could have an intellect difference of 100 points IQ. If they're both honest, pursuing truth, it could be magical. You have a guy who's like, oh, yeah. He could be brilliant, he's not interested in searching. It's death learning with him, Avram. The guy doesn't care. True, not, he's like, not like on a search together. Two people on a search together, it's magical. So I'm asking the chevra, if you follow, and say when you don't follow. No pretend, if you don't follow, it's a truth. A guy's like, whatever you see, whatever. You want to grab the guy by his lapels, pick him up, say, hello, like, let's really take off the coat. We're not learning the code.
Whoa.
Here, take a chumash.
It's no code season.
I want you to say this. Let's go.
No code season.
So I want Akiva, if I say something that the guys are not following, Akiva, if something doesn't go in, Akiva, if something doesn't go in, I want you to stop me. I want you to stop. I want guys to get what we're saying. We're going to learn Chumash Rashi. This is like the secret to Yiras Shamayim. You learn Chumash Rashi. Let's become Yiras Shamayim. I'd like to learn Chumash Rashi with the guys, and I want to share something from the Rebbe, from the Lubavitcher Rebbe with the Chevra. Pasuk Tes. The backdrop of this story that we're about to read is three angels show up to Avram Avinu's house. Now Chazal already, it's page 46, Perek Yud Ches Pasuk Tes. Page 40, everybody inside, no phones, no nothing, everybody inside. Now, the only one who's allowed to have a phone is Simon. His phone is just a translator, it's making us communicate better. Anybody else, no phones. Now, what's the backdrop? The backdrop to what we're studying today. Three angels have showed up to Avram Avinu. Chazal tell us the three angels have three different jobs. One angel came there, listen well, Aviad. One angel came to tell Sari Imenu she's going to have a child. She's an older woman who has never had a kid, and there's an angel sent by God to give her the news she's going to have a child. One angel came to destroy Siddim. Siddim is going to be destroyed. And one angel came to save light. Three angels. We have three angels. One is there to save light and his family. One is there to destroy Siddim. One is there to tell Sarim and she's going to have a kid. The three angels then come. I got that wrong because the telling light, the save light. One's there to heal Avram. Yeah. Now, the three angels speak to Avram Avinu, and this is where we're picking up the story. Three angels show up to Avram Avinu's house, and in showing up to Avram Avinu's house, he takes care of them. Reportedly, and Pashtos thinking they're humans, he feeds them, he takes care of them, and then a conversation ensues, Akiva. And listen to this conversation. Vayoimru Elav. The angels say to him, Vayoimru, and they say to Avram, Vayoimru Elav. They say to Avram, the angels, Ayeh Sarah Shtecha, where is Sarah, your wife? They say to him, Vayoimru Elav, they say to him, who's him, Avram, Ayeh Sarah Shtecha, where's your wife? Hey, where's your wife? That's what these people say. The angels, I love you, Akiva. Thank you. Who asked who? The angels say to Avram. Vayoimru, plural, a love. The angels say to Avram, you're holy if you ask questions. If you just sit there in a chair and don't follow and pretend and say yes, you could be fake, but you don't need to come here to be fake. Akiva said, hey, who asked who? I'm confused. Thank you. That's holy. We have a whole yeshiva. Somebody really wants to know. Somebody wants to fit in and behave. I'll show you other places to go. Here we want, throw a spitball, ask, hey, what's happening? I don't understand. The whole yeshiva is for honesty. Vayoimru a love. Everybody with me. Vayoimru, the angels, the three angels who came, say to Avram Avinu, Ayeh Sarishtacha, where's your wife? Now, very important, there's a weird thing that goes on the word a love. There's a dot on top of three of the letters. If everybody looks in their chumash, Vayoimru a love, there's a dot on the aleph, there's a dot on the yud, and a dot on the vav. I know in the chumashim you see two dots on the lamed, that is simply from the printers. That's not from God. From God is a dot on the aleph, a dot on the yud, and a dot on the vav. Very weird. We have a Messiah handed from God to Moshe, to Yeshua, to the Zkenim, down to us. We have three dots on the word a love. Vayoimru a love. There's a dot on the aleph, a dot on the yud, a dot on the vav. The reason there are three dots is bizarre. Why is there a dot on the word? Weird. We have the following rule. In the word a love, there are four letters. If there's one dot on one letter, so there's one letter with a dot and three without a dot, it says just read the other letters. Listen well, Avi, I don't want you to get the rule exact, to know it for the whole Torah. If there's a word of four letters and one letter has a dot, three letters don't, Hashem is, if one letter has a dot on top of the letter. If you look at a love, put your eyes, Vayoimru a love, they say to him, the angels say to Avram, that you see that dot on the aleph? You see the dot on top of the yud? That's weird. A dot on top of three letters. Shloima, the rule Akiva, I want you to get this for life. If there's four letters in the word and there's a dot on one, Hashem is telling you, read the other three letters. If there are more letters that don't have dots, Hashem is telling you, read the other letters. In a love, there's four letters and three have dots. Hashem's telling you to read the letter with dots. Depends what's more.
Does that mean read the letter that you're reading?
Minus the lamed. Minus the lamed. God put a dot on top of the aleph, on top of the yud, on top of the vav. You're supposed to read both. There's one vayoimru a love. They say to him, a love is Tavram. But there's a dot on the aleph, a dot on the yud, a dot on the vav. So it also says read aleph yud vav. You're supposed to read a love and ayoy. Ayoy. I want everybody to get this. Don't pretend me. If you pretend me, I'll send you out. Go to another place which likes pretending. Ooh. So Akiva asked, I love you. So Akiva asked, so why is the lamed there? The answer, Hashem is saying two things at once. You're supposed to read the way we have written by Yoimur a love. They say Tavram. But Hashem put a dot on the Aleph Yud Vav to say also read Aleph Yud Vav. Read it both. On top, yes. He wants to know, is there a dot in the Torah? I would take it out to show. Am I allowed to take it out to show, Rebezi? I'm allowed to? You're allowed to? Am I allowed to? Mutter? He wants to know, is it in the Torah? Let's check. Am I allowed to check? Let's check. Okay, let's check. Take the Torah out for no purpose is not good. It takes it out. Allah wants to
Someone should bring the recording. The recording I can hear.
Now. Yeah, look at this. Everybody look at this. Look at this.
Okay.
Oh my
Strange.
God.
There's a dot on the aleph, a dot here, a dot on. It's the strangest thing. It looks like if you're reading the Torah, you almost think that like the cipher, it's like made a mistake. This is an exact Torah. We have the same Hashem who told us the words, and on the aleph here is much better than your Chumash. Because in your Chumash threw us off. I'm very upset at the printers, very. Because they put on the Lamed 2 dots. They have their own system. I know.
What do you want? What?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody reads this Rashi. They destroyed most people in Klal Yisrael. Say there's a dot in the Aleph Yud Vav, like there's a dot in the Lamed also.
Who asked you to be a fun?
Right? There's a dot in the Lamed.
I'm trying to show you how to lay
They
it.
can't. They should figure something out. The printers, if you look at on Chumash, it's very problematic. I took out the Torah to learn Torah. Otherwise, I went to take it out. It's unbelievable how many people don't learn this Rashi. Because it says Zadat and the Aleph Yud Vav, because Zadat and the Lamed. That's the printers did it. I'm like very mad at them. Very. I'm very mad. Not Rashi. People don't know what to do with this Rashi. They don't know what's happening. They get confused. So everybody, look at the Torah. In a weird way, Vayoyru Eila, the angel said to Avram, where's Kiki? He's here? Please look at this. Vayoyru Eila, they say to him, and magically a dot on the Aleph Yud Vav. What's going on? The rule is, when you see these dots, Hashem is saying you have to count the letters. There are 4 letters. There are 3 of dots. If there are more dots than letters, then Hashem is saying just read these letters. If there be just the dot on the Aleph, then there's 4 letters and 1 dot. Hashem is saying read the other 3 letters. Whatever's more is take out the Aleph. So the dot can either be highlighting the letter or taking out the letter. Here, where there's 3 dots, so Hashem is saying, don't read the Lamed, read the dots.
So why isn't it just a dot and line?
The Rebbe asked you a question.
I see you.
So listen to this. The Rebbe asked this question. I'm going to ask you this question. The Rebbe asked, since there's 3 dots and 1 lamed, so Hashem, there's more dots than letters, so Hashem is saying, read the dots, so read the Aleph, Yud, Vav. And the pasuk reads, Vayoimru Ayoy. They said, instead of Elav, there's a dot on the Aleph, Yud, Vav. Vayoimru, they said, Ayoy, where's Avram? Where is he? So now let's go, we have 2 pshatim in the same pasuk. Vayoimru Elav, they say to him, Aye Sarah, Shtach, where's Sarah? But there's also a drasha, Vayoimru Ayoy. Where is he? They said to Sarah, where's Avram? They said to Avram, where is Sarah? And they said, it reads on its own, by Yoimur Ayo. They said 2 things. They said just Ayo, that's the dots. They said, where is he? And they also said to him, where is she? Both things are true. You're supposed to read by Yoimur Ayo. Since there are 3 dots, it says read Aleph Yud Vav. By Yoimru, they said, to who? It doesn't say to who. To Sari Menu Ayo, where is he? They also said a love to Avram, where Sarah. Both things are true. They said to Avram, where is Sarah Imenu? And they said to Sarah, where is Avram? Both things are true. Both things happen. Now, Avram asked the question. Avram asked, Lubavitch Rebbe asked this question. Why does Hashem do 3 dots? Just put a dot on the Lamed, and if there was just a dot on the Lamed, what do? You read the other 3 letters. So why do 3 dots to read Ayo? Do 1 dot on the Lamed, and we'll read it Ayo also. If there'll be only 1 dot just on the Lamed, what's the rule? If there are more letters than dots, then you read the other letters. A dot either says don't read this, or yes, read it. It either highlights it or negates it. How do you know?
Negate.
You have to count. Are there more letters or dots? In a love, there are 4 letters. How many dots? 3. That says I'm highlighting this. If there be 1 dot, what would it be saying? Don't read it, read others. So Frekt Avram, why does the Torah bother 3 dots to say read it Ayo? Just put a dot on the Lamed and we'll also read it Ayo. And we would. There's 1 dot on the Lamed. That's one of the Rebbe's questions. I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. I just want to put the Torah away.
Say,
Why do you dot on something?
You just went the other one, so you really know what that one is, right?
Just getting warmed up. You see nothing yet. Where's Kiki? Somebody leaves now. Don't leave them. We didn't see anything yet. Just kidding. You ain't seen nothing yet. This was not what I wanted to show anybody yet. Trust me. Keep focused, Heber.
we need to translate like stop. Like,
So you ready? Nothing yet. So Vayoimru, everybody get a verse. You didn't see anything yet. So they say to Avram, Aviad with me, the 3 angels, Vayoimru, a love to him, to Avram. The 3 angels ask Avram, Ayei Sarah Eshtecha, where's Sarah your wife? There's also to read, Vayoimru, they said, Ayoy, where is he? Who'd they say that to? Sarah Menu. They said, where's Avram? So they asked Avram where Sarah is, and they asked Sarah where is
Abraham.
2 things went down. They're both true. No, the one who's learning Torah has to know to read both.
Why isn't there like a stop in between?
Because you're also supposed to by Yoimrei Lav Ayei Sarah Eshtecha. We have Pshat and we have Drash. You're supposed to read it, they said, where is Sarah? That's how we read the Psukim. But there's a dot on the Aleph Yud Vav, which says Vayoimru, they said Ayo, where is he?
Both lost?
What?
Both lost? They're both lost?
What do you mean they're lost? They asked Sarah, where is Avram? They asked Avram, where is Sarah? Now, let's learn Rashi. I'm going to explain that. What's happening? So, says Mechi, please bear with me. Excellent. Mechi says, I want to understand what's happening. They asked Avram, where is Sarah? Who they see first? If they saw Avram and they said, where is Sarah? They know where Avram is. If they see Sarah, what happened? What's going on? They said to Avram, where's Sarah? Mechi asked, if they saw Avram and said, where's Sarah? So then they went to Sarah and said, where's Avram? You know where Avram is. What's happening? What's happening? They go to Avram, they say, where's your wife? What's happening? They say to Avram, where is Sarah? So says Rashi, everybody put your holy eyes on Rashi. So Rashi says, please look at Rashi. It is in Pasuk Tes. Vayoimru Elav. Nakud al Aleph Yud Vav. There's a Nikuda. There's a dot. Rashi Tes. Vayoimru Elav. Says Rashi. Akiva, put your holy eyes on this. Vayoimru Elav, says Rashi. Nakud, there is a dot. Al Aleph Yud Vav. On top of the Aleph. On top of the Vav. Vitanya, we learned in a Brisa. Reb Shimon ben Elazar Omer. Kol Makaim, a rule. Wherever Shaksav Rabal on Nekuda, there are more letters than Nekudas at the Dair Shaksav. Read the letters that don't have a dot. But Kan, over here on Nekuda Rabal Aksav, there are more Nekudas than letters at the Dair Nekuda. Read all the letters that have a dot. So you read Vayoimru, Ayoy, Sha'af L'Sara Sha'alu Ayoy Avram. So they asked Sari Meinu, where's Avram? 2 things are happening in the Pasuk. They asked Avram, where is Sarah? And they asked Sarah, where is Avram? What's going on, Kiki? Explains Rashi. Lamadnu, we learn, this is a Derech Eretz. The Torah teaches us Derech Eretz. Derech Eretz is normative behaviors, rightful, correct behaviors, teaches us how to behave. Lamadnu, we learn, says Rashi, Sheyishal Adam B'achsan Yishalai. You ask your host, Le'isha La'isha, to the man you ask him about his wife. Say, how's the Rebbetzin? How's your wife doing? The wife's okay? When you go to a man, you ask about the wife. Sheyishal Adam ala Isha, v'leisha ala Ish, and to the lady on the man. So Rashi says, and according to this, they weren't asking just where is Sarah Imenu. Where's Sarah? How's Sarah Imenu doing? According to this, it's a derech
They
eretz.
have derech eretz, like they kill people.
Who kills people? They were sent on a shlichus. They were angels. They were sent by Hashem. They're in this world. They behave like mention, and they had taught us derech eretz. So to Avram, they said, "Where's Sarah? How's Sarah Imenu?" The where she is wasn't just where she is. They asked about your wife. Nu, how's Sarah Imenu? And to the man, you ask Nu. And to the wife, you say, how's the man? How's the husband? Where's you ask is derech eretz.
How does that answer the question?
They
Why does it
asked
say
both.
where?
So it's a good question. I want to acknowledge, Aviad said, where is he? It's a beautiful question. Rashi's first pshat is the derech eretz is to ask a husband about his wife, not like where she hangs out. It's to ask, no, how's the Rebbitzin? How's your wife? How's the family? And they ask, what Mechi and Aviad is a bomb kasha atzuma. What's where? Aye, where is she? That's not what they were asking. Yes, no, how's the Rebbitzin? So it's funny, the Lashon, he's bothered a lot. Aye, Sarashtecha, where is she? Where is she? You're not asking where. It's a bomb kasha. He just asked. It's the strongest kasha of the year in the Durham Beis Medrash. Whoa! By far.
Hey.
Aviad and Mechi just ask a bomb kasha. You could ask Gedolim this kasha. Just ask the fierce kasha on Rashi. Rashi says that it's a derech eretz. When you visit somebody, the derech eretz not say, where's your wife right now? That's ridiculous. That's silly. The words of Rashi are sheyishal adam. Bachsan Yishalai. Ask your host, Allah Isha, about the woman, and to the wife about the husband. Now you don't ask, where are they? Where's your husband? That's silly. You ask, no, how's the husband? So Obam Kasha, Aviad asks him, Pshat, Rashi's first Pshat. I don't know what Rashi's talking about. Rashi's first Pshat is Vayoimru Elav Ayesar Eshtecha was that it's a derech eretz to ask a man, no, how's the Rebbitzin? You don't ask where she is. Derech to ask on the ish about the isha and the ish about the ish. You meet a lady, you say, no, how's the husband? How's your husband? That's a derech eretz. But not where. Frekt Aviad, an infuriating, a bomb kasha. Please, I beg you, it's possible to really learn Torah. You really can understand, you can relate and connect. It's a bomb kasha, Mechi. People think big kashas, you ask a shtickle Torah alumnus, a bomb kasha. Rashi in Pshat 1 says a derech eretz to ask about a man about his wife. You don't ask, where is your wife? No, where's the wife? Silly. You ask Oidoi Stisha about, no, how's the Rebbitzin? How's your mishpacha? And you ask the mishpacha. Here they said, Ayeh Sarah Shtecha. Where is Sarah, your wife? Where is she? Where is she? That's not the derech eretz is to find out, to locate the wife. You're like a device tracker. Where's your wife? The derech eretz is to ask Allah Isham. Rashi even's clear. Rashi, when he says, Lamadnu, that a person should ask Le'ish Allah Isha concerning the wife. Le'isha, not the location of the wife. Is the derech eretz to find you meet a lady, you say, no, where's your husband now? That's none of your business. You ask him about the husband. No, how's the man? How's the husband?
Just say without the Rashi, there's nothing wrong with this. The pasuk would be saying where's without that Rashi. There's nothing wrong
but
with that.
But Rashi explains that they were asking about. So Frek Daviad, how did he see that in the pasuk? The pasuk says, Ayeh Sarashtecha, where's your wife? Where's your wife? It's a bomb kasha. It's a bomb. The kasha is a fierce kasha. Aviad asks. Kasha number 2. Kasha 1. I'm going to tell you a teretz that I hold emes. I hold emes. Kasha number 1 is Aviad and Mechi's kasha. It's a fierce kasha. It's a bomb kasha. It's a pella. People learn this Rashi They're 100% right, Shlomo. It's like a bomb kasha. Then what's Ayeh Sarashtech? Where's your wife? What's going on here? Where she is? They didn't ask where. What's going on here? Vayhine ba'il? Kasha 1.
This is the Rabbi's Kasha.
What?
This is the Rabbi's Kasha.
This is this Rebbe's kasha. And this Rebbe's kasha. Beautiful. Good question. Kivali on Rashi, it's a Pella. The Psukim say they asked where? Ayoy, where's Avram? They asked Sarah, where is he? Okay. We're going to have another kasha. Let's keep studying Rashi. Watch this. Rashi offers a second shot. Says Rashi, B'Bab Metzia Isa, quotes the Gemara Bab Metzia. Pei Zayin. I always like remembering. I need to remember Daf in Rosh Kes and Puz. Puz is gold. It's in gold in Bab Metzia, Pei Zayin. It says as follows on page gold in Bab Metzia. Puz means gold. And it says on Puz, on page Pei Zayin in Bab Metzia, Yoidin Hayu, this is Gemara Bab Metzia. Yoidin Hayu Malchei Ashares, Sari Meinu Heichanaisa. The angels knew where Sarah was. Angels know a lot. They said, where is Sarah? Says the Gemara in Bab Metzia. Yoidin Hayu Malchei Asharis. No phones, Chevra, no phones. I know you want to text this to your mothers. Not yet, not yet. No phones, I don't want to see phones. Says the Gemara Bab Metzia. Yoidin Hayu Malchei Asharis. The angels knew, Sarah Imenu Heichanaisa. They knew where Sarah was. Ella. So why did they ask, where is she? They asked where she is in order to get the husband, in order that the husband should like his wife. Gemara Bab Metzia. They said, where's Sarah Imenu? What did he respond? Hinei ba'oil. In the pasuk, Vayomer Avram said, Hinei ba'oil. She's in the tent. What they wanted to highlight is Sarah Imenu's sneers. Sarah Imenu wasn't arum and about and about. So they wanted Avram to like his wife. L'chavev al bala, beautiful Gemara Bab Metzia. To make the listen. Avram Avinu, it always helps. A nice compliment. They wanted to highlight Avram, you have a precious wife. He said, where's Sarah? He said, oh, she's not like around and around. She's boil. They were highlighting Kedei l'chav al bala. I want to ask the Chevra, please a favor. There's a minhag Yisrael by an Afruf, by Sheva Brachas, people speak about the chassan. In this yeshiva, don't you ever knock the chassan, ever. It's not funny. Be funny, be comical, be really funny. Don't say negative things about the chassan. I had a story here. A guy was married 2 years. A mother-in-law said to me, there were shalom bayis challenges. She said, remember what that friend said I promise you, a mother said to this guy, remember what the friend said, it's true. It's remarkably dumb. You have a family that's just meeting the chassan. People think a guy, a wise guy, a youngster, he's just stupid. He's not evil, he's just stupid. A guy gets up, and being stupid, he makes fun of the chassan. You know how bad that is? The parents, I watch in-laws listen. I watch a kala listen when friends speak about the chassan. They don't know the chassan. Everything's brand new. It's the afruf. They don't know the guy. They know him a little bit. It's brand new. They listen intently to what the friends are saying. An intelligent, sophisticated friend says very nice things. People are like, wow.
Should we
Getting
maybe
such
do
a treat.
without the kala?
The kala's parents are there.
Okay, so let's
The
do
parents. Okay. You want to say a good joke about him? Don't. You say something nice. You say, be funny, be comical. Be comical. Don't rip the chassan. It's idiotic. And people are listening. Here you have Sarah Imenu and Avram are married for many, many decades. You don't say a negative thing about somebody's spouse. Here the angels, the Gemara Bab Metzia, they said to Avram Avinu, where's your wife? They knew where she was. He said, oh, she's at Tznuah, she's in the oil. He had tremendous lechavev al bala to get Avram Avinu to appreciate his wife. Second pshat in Rashi. First pshat is that the derech eretz to a host. You ask the man about the wife about the man. Pshat number 2 is they said, you had a cash on that. You had a cash on it. It's still what Rashi says. We're going to answer your question in a minute. Pshat, I'm going to answer. The second pshat, it makes sense. Pshat number 2 is they said to Sarah Imenu. They said to Avram, where is Sarah? It was to get him to appreciate his wife. L'chavev al bala. He should appreciate, should have more love for his wife. You say something nice. I don't care they're married decades. I don't care it's the greatest person who ever lived. He heard a nice thing about his wife. Your wife's very, you say something. By the way, you go to your friends, l'chayim and vart. Go up to the in-laws and say something real. Don't say something real. Go up at a l'chaim. Say to the father-in-law, I want to tell you, your son-in-law, he's very kind. He's a big masmid. He's a gentle person, a good athlete. He's good looking. Whatever you want to say. Go up to the Kalish parents and say something. Go up and say something. L'chavev al bala, to bring people closer. You say, by the way, you go to your friend's house. Tell the parents, I want you to know about your son. He's very nice to me. Say over a story maybe. Bring people close. L'chavev al bala. Unbelievably, the angels say to Avram, these are angels. Avram, these are the greatest people who ever lived. Avram Avinu could walk up to a dead body and say, stand, and the body would stand. That's like Pasha. Avram Avinu could walk up to a dead body and say, stand, and the body would stand and start walking. You're talking about the greatest people who ever lived, Akiva. And yet they're human. And the Malachim say to Avram, where's Sarah? He says, Hinei ba'il. She's a tzniistic person. She's in the oil. She's not here. She doesn't talk around. He feels good about his wife. And they asked him the question. They knew where she was. They wanted him to feel good. L'chavev al bala. She should be more chaviv to her husband. So now that's Rashi's second shot. Rashi's third shot. Rashi's third shot. Says Rashi.
I mean, the second shot, there's no need for the dots.
Oh, good. I love you. We're going to get there, Leo. Good. Third shot. Reb Yosi bar Chanina. He quotes a Tana. Reb Yosi bar Chanina, Kidei l'shager l'kais shel bracha, to send to Sarah Imenu a kais of bracha. To send her a kais of bracha. They wanted to give her some kais shel bracha. Now, that was the third shot. The reason they asked where is Sarah is they wanted to give her a kais shel bracha. They had some kais of bracha to the very big literalist. It's not pshat, but to a literalist picture. Somebody asked me, if you bench shal a kais. So did they bench? They're angels. They ate. Did you bench? It doesn't mean a literal, please. It's not how to learn Torah. But to send her a kais shel bracha, they wanted to send. We'll discuss what a kais shel bracha means. They wanted to send Sarah Imenu a kais shel bracha. That's what they asked where she is. They were sending into the kitchen a kais shel bracha. To explain that third pshat, I'm going to ask a kasha from the Rebbe. The Rebbe asked, anybody reads the Psukim, Kiki? The angels ask, where is Sarah? And she's in the oil. The next pasuk, they say, Vayomer, an angel says, Shoiv ashrei lecha keis, I'm going to return in a year. V'hinei bein l'Sarah shtechan, there's going to be a child to Sarah. They were delivering the news to Sarah Imenu. V'Sarah shaymas, Pesach Hayil. Sarah heard from the doorway. They had a task from Hashem to tell Sarah she's having a child. Why is Rashi saying pshatim? Why is Rashi saying pshatim? Why they asked for Sarah? They needed to tell her something. There was an angel. Read the psukim. Read the Torah. There's an angel who has a task to tell Sarah that she's going to have a child, and the angel says it in the next pasuk, and she listens. Sarah shaymas Pesach Hayil. So what's Rashi saying? Any pshatim? Why is he bringing the Gemara B'Metzia Pezayin? Why is he bringing the Medrash? Simply, they were looking for Sarah because God told an angel to tell Sarah she's going to have a child. So why is Rashi saying any pshatim? Rashi, read the Torah. They're looking for Sarah to deliver news.
10 ton out. No. 10 ton keys.
According to this, they just asked Avram, where's Sarah? So why is Rashi saying other pshatim? They asked Avram, where's Sarah? Rashi, simple pshat. Where is Sarah Imenu? Why are they looking for Sarah? Because they had a mission to tell Sarah you're going to have a child. Why is Rashi saying other pshatim, Avram? The Rebbe asked this, we have a lot of kashas here. Third question. We have Mechi and Aviad's bomb kasha. And Rashi's first pshat. What are you asking? Where? Where they are? It's not the derech here to ask where. Kasha 1. Kasha 2 is why is Rashi saying any pshatim? Why is he saying any pshatim? Of course they asked where's Sarah, because they wanted to tell Sarah good news. Kasha 3. Every place in the entire Chumash, when Rashi has multiple pshatim, he says davar acher. He says ain't a pshat, and he says davar acher. This Rashi is one run-on sentence. Rashi forgot to say davar acher. Rashi says a pshat, a second pshat, and a third pshat. He forgot to say davar acher. He doesn't say, and another pshat is davar acher, and another pshat. Rashi's one run-on sentence. Where's the davar acher in Rashi? Pshat number 1 is where is Sarah derech eretz. Davar acher, nacha pshat. If you read the Rashi, he forgot to write the words davar acher kiki. He forgot to write in Rashi davar acher. Rashi just says one run-on pshat, 3 pshatim. So Aviad makes a claim. Aviad makes a claim. A very, very stark claim Aviad makes. Aviad says that Rashi says a run-on sentence that he said. So Aviad says like this. Aviad says that Rashi's pshatim don't answer why they said to Avram, where's Sarah. Elio said this also. Elio and Aviad said, he asks Avram, where is Sarah? But he asks Sarah, where's Avram? L'chave valbala, that won't answer. So you need multiple pshatim. You don't need all 3 pshatim. Rashi's a run-on sentence. So listen to what the Rebbe said, Chevra. Akiki, you hear the kashas? We have 3 bomb kashas on Rashi. The Rebbe said, Chevra, that you don't need 3 angels to ask Avram where's Sarah. Of course, 1 angel had to say where's Sarah. L'shager la kaishal bracha, to send her a kaishal bracha means to tell her she's going to have a child, to give her a good basura. The Ribnitzer Rebbe, when he would give a bracha to people, would give like a Danish or something. That's pasha. When you want to give somebody, you give him $1. You're saying the Rebbe, the Lubavitch Rebbe Alein, would hand $1. He wanted to give the world to a yid. You give like $1, and on that $1, you give all the brachas in the world. There are times you feel with your own children. I promise it's happened to me. I've seen a bacher or one of my kids and just want to give him I want to give him everything. I hand them $5. I hand them $20. I want to give like the world. You give something. You give a piece of cake. Give something. Hand them something. So l'shager l'kaishal bracha means they wanted to tell her she's going to have a child. So they handed her something. That's what it means, l'shager l'kaishal bracha. Says the Rebbe, to send her the kaishal bracha, to bring her the news she's going to have a child. Why did all 3 angels speak? Vayimru means they said. 1 angel should talk. There was 1 angel who's tasked to tell, and the next pasuk, Vayomer, 1 angel says, Shoiv Ashavei Lecha Ke'es, I'm going to come back at this time. V'nei ben l'sar shtecha. What's Vayomer? I love. They said to him. Why are 3 angels talking? 1 angel needs to find Sarah Menu. Says the Rebbe, all 3 angels said to him, where's Sarah? So 1 angel, we all get it, was l'shager l'kaishal bracha. 1 angel, we know why he was looking for Sarah. He wanted to tell her she's going to have a child. The 3rd angel that Rashi quotes, all of us know why he was going to find Sarah Menu. But why Vayoimru? 3 angels say to him, where's Sarah? Whoa. I picture the scene, I'm very visual. There's a whole choir saying to Avram Avinu, where's Sarah? They're like singing together, where is Sarah, Sarah. What's happening? 1 angel say, where's Sarah? Shoulder. I have a task, where's Sarah? 3 angels come and say, where is Sarah Imenu? Now 1 angel, of course, was looking for Sarah. What are the other? Says Rashi, 3 pshatim. The answer is that each one is his egen a pshat asking where's Sarah. 1 of them, each is his own reason. They weren't together in this. Vayoimru love, they said 3 angels. 1 was asking Stam that it's a derech eretz. Derech eretz. That it's respect. And according to that, they weren't asking where she is. Even though it says Ayeh Sarah, the Lashon Ayeh Sarah Shtecha was Enechanami in the angel who was saying, who was making Avram feel good, said, where is she? The other angels did not exactly ask where she is. Two of them needed to ask where she is. The one who said where she is knew, how's the wife? Where's the wife holding? He wasn't asking. That one angel, Rashi doesn't have a davar acher between the pshatim. The one angel who said where she is, two of them were asking location. One because they had to tell her l'shaga kaisha bracha, they had to tell her a good besura. And one angel wanted to know where she is to bring out, to highlight Avram l'chaviv al balav. One of the angels was not trying to find where Sarah Imenu was at all. And when he said, where is Sarah? He said, no, how's Sarah holding? Where's she holding? Even that it says where, I admit, and he said ba'ayil, perhaps what's being said here is that she's holding in good places. Oh, my wife's tznuah, she's holding in good places. It wasn't location, but it wasn't to say where she is. It wasn't chivuv. They said, no, how is Sarah? In a ba'ayil min, she's doing well. My wife's taka, being the way she's supposed to. But it could be even the question where. Vayayim Rei Love, they all asked about Sarah. One of them, it's not one of them, that's why it doesn't even have to be, one of them was not trying to find location. One asked about Sarah, together, knew how's the vibe, how's your wife? Is a derech eretz. You meet somebody, knew the mishpacha, how's the mishpacha? It's a derech eretz to ask somebody about the family. That was a derech eretz. So one of them is asking derech eretz. One of them is asking to highlight Tavram, Minei Ba'il, Chivav Bala. The third one was l'shaga kaisha bracha. Now you might ask Azriel, so the third one should be the first pshat. The third guy was commanded by Hashem to find Sarah and tell her something. The others are derech eretz. So the answer is derech eretz kadmul l'Torah. Before you keep the Torah, a person has to be a mensch, then he'll be a full mensch. So the derech eretz is the first pshat. The other one, Avada, was mitzvah by Hashem. But first you say derech eretz. The derech eretz, the first one came and said to Avram and to Sarah, he said to Avram, where is Nu? How is Sarah holding? And said to Sarah, Ayo, how's the man? How's the husband? That's the derech eretz, pshat one. Yes. Pshat number two is the second angel. The second angel. So the three pshatim in Rashi said the Rebbe are not three different pshatim. There's no davar acher. If you read the Rashi, it's hard to read. It's a run-on sentence. The Rebbe brilliantly said it's not three pshatim. All three things are true. They're different angels. They're different things. Vayayimru. The three angels each did their own task. This was the Rebbe's brilliant pshat in Rashi.
Why do we need it? The Torah says that they came to tell
What?
us. Weiter, who needs a Rashi to explain it?
L'shaga l'kaisha bracha?
No, the kasha, the Rebbe's kasha. Why?
Because why all three talk? We need a Rashi. What are three people talking? So we need a Rashi. Rashi's addressing three people are saying where is Sarah. The answer is that each one had their own agenda.
Could you tell so let's go.
See? Yeah? What didn't answer what? According to that, wasn't where. Ayon, where he is means how he's holding. So I like that. I admit. Avi had asked the where still bothers him on that angel. Where is not the question. I admit I'm still troubled. The only thing that's better by me is that the exact lashon, it's bothersome, especially Ayo, where he is. According to this, that question is, how's he holding? There's even an expression in English. How's he holding? It's not where. Well, they weren't asking where. Speaking when they spoke to Sari Meni, they said, how's the husband? Should you ask a wife about the man? That's the derech eretz to a person. You inquire about the mishpacha. No, how's the mishpacha? That's a derech eretz. You meet somebody, you inquire about his family. I want to. Yeah, it's a good question. I'm not answering the question, Gishmak. I'm realizing, and I want to say this. I'm not answering Gishmak. The where he is. I'm struggling with that. That's not it. No, he has to go in. He's going to his task. But the ayo, the where he is a tzarechiyah. I'm bothered. Yisrael, I'm bothered by that. But the three pshatim, the Rebbe's three pshatim, that we need all three pshatim. Yeah.
Why can't they all be asking?
What'd you say?
Why can't they all be asking for Dara cars? Only one person has to ask for that.
Because only one's talking. You're talking to somebody. It's a derech eretz to ask. The others don't have a task to talk. So you don't need three to ask for that. One guy has a mission. What are that whole choir of people saying? One guy can speak on their behalf. No house. So you don't all have to say it. One guy says it. They all three spoke. They all three had an independent task. Amazing. What? Oh, what about that, Kasha? He wants to know, Zevi es Abram. The Rebbe said that a dat, besides saying what to read, it makes it chalish, more weak. He shows other places in the Torah. So even when they ask Sarah, where is Avram, it says a dat in it to say they didn't ask her aggressively. You don't go up to her, no, where's your husband? How's your husband? Whoa, it's not sneus. She's hiding because it's sneus. Says the Rebbe, there's a dot on Aleph Yud Vav, they asked her b'oifen snu in a light way. No, maybe they called out from the dining room, no, how's the husband doing? Like it was done in a way, not aggressive. That's the Rebbe says on the ayah, why the dots on the Aleph Yud Vav, not the Lamed. The dots on the Lamed, you don't know the Aleph Yud Vav is said softly and with Ne'imus. That's what the Rebbe said. Why what?
Why do we need it? The drush together. Why do we say to?
Yeah, that's a good question. What Hashem says openly? Probably because of the tznius, because they spoke to Sari Menu. Yeah, Aryeh brilliantly said, why did God conceal that? Why did Hashem say ba'ifin drash? They speak to Sarah. Where's your husband? The answer is because it's tznius. Of course, it's only Meramis. They did it ba'ifin snua, and it's only said ba'ifin snua. Tavram, where's your man? How's your wife? To Sari Menu, there was some oifen of tznius. It's hidden, it's concealed. Yeah, I wanted to share this. I wanted to share this with the Chevra. First of all, it's an amazing pshat, the Rebbe. I want to express to the Chevra. I feel like I'm tasked by my father, and I want to express to the guys the importance of Shalom Bayis. The last years of my father's life, he was like busy with Shalom Bayis. When I said this to my father's Sibur, they got a little upset at me. They said all the years he was busy with Shalom Bayis. They said it to me. It's true, he cared about Shalom Bayis his whole life. The last few years, it was like a mission. He was speaking about a lot. He asked Chasna and Kalas to come to him, Shaloi Kedarkei, and was speaking to people. We feel like his last mission was Shalom Bayis. I want to express that I'm very into Gedolim books. I like Gedolim books a lot. And my favorite part of every Gadol book is the last day of their life. There's a clarity. I like life, celebrating life. We're into living. The last day, there's very powerful chayim in Gedolim books. By all Gedolim, there's a certain clarity of what's important. There's a lot of great stories. I love reading about Rav Victor Miller's last day of his life. About Rav Miller's last day, wild his last day. Rav Meir Shapiro's last day, remarkable. You could read about Tzaddikim and Gedolim's last day. I'm very curious about it. My father's last moments, it was Erev Shabbos Kodesh, and at night, every night, my father was in the hospital 9 nights. Grandchildren and children, we were begging to be with my dad. And we spent the night with my dad, and he didn't say boo who was with him. The room was very holy. He was in and out of consciousness. When he was awake, Divrei Torah, there was davening. He was constantly davening. One bracha would go out, come back an hour, 2 or 6 later, say the next bracha. He said many Shmonesres. We don't know why. He was davening to Hashem. Shmonesres, Hashivenu, clearly. Shivenu Avinu L'Seres Karvin. Then he'd go out for a couple hours, come and say the next bracha. He was davening, talking to Divrei Torah. It was very, very calm and full of faith. Very special times. Who was with him? My mother was with him all day. A child or two. They didn't let a lot of people in the hospital. And at night, a child or grandchild. My father didn't say boo. Which child comes Erev Shabbos? He said, tonight, Ima will be with me. Tonight, Ima will be with me. So my mother is a very logical person. She just took care of. She was a loyal spouse. She said she's not a youngster. To stay with my father the whole night, she needs to sleep to be with him the night. And we thought he was getting out Sunday morning at that point. So she says that she told the family that his medicine's making his mind, but let's get one of the children agree. Somebody will stay with him. So I told him, let me call Abba. I called my father. This is my last conversation with my father in my life. Till Tchias HaMesim, this is the last conversation. So I say to my tata, I say, Abba, we're all arguing, the children, we all want to be with you. So let's talk, Hushbius, he says to me, Ima will be with me. So I said, Ima's going to let him, let's have Ima sleep. I said, let's have Ima sleep. Tonight she wants to always be with you. But this way she could sleep. She'll be with you Shabbos, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, forever, So let's get one of the grands. She's not young. He said again, Ima will be with me. My father spoke, that's it, Zehu. So I say to my father, I promise you, Abba. I promised him. My wife is right next to me. So I promise Ima will be with you. Promise, that's it, Zehu. So he says to me, there's the last words, till Tchias I heard from my father. He said to me that, Daniel, you understand me? And he said to me, Good Shabbos.
Rabbi, we understand you.
He said, you understand me? And he said, Good Shabbos. I took that as a charge. My mother.
1, 2, 3. Only one.
I said, I feel. And my father was with my mother that night. They sang Zmiris together. They said Alakai Neshama 5 times together. They were together, and in the middle of Friday night, late Friday night, he never was conscious again. And they said, Ima will be with me. And to me, there was a charge to that. Shalom Bayis, that was a charge. And he said, you understand me? I want to read this Chazal, L'chaviv al Bala, the importance. Husband and wife, wife and husband.
Shlomi, so what did you just...
Chav al Bala. I want to read this Rashi.
I
That
understand,
the angels
let me read this Rashi.
come to Avram Avinu. The angels come to Avram
Doing
Avinu.
Rashi as like
And
the
they
final charge
said,
of all the-
and they say, what does the angel say to Avram Avinu? They say, where's your wife?
He's trying to
Hinei
understand.
boyel. Hinei boyel.
Shlomo!
Boyel is l'chaviv, chivav.
Understand his father.
L'chaviv al Bala. And to me, this is the charge of us all. This is all of our charges. All of our charge, the charge of Shalom Bayis. L'chaviv al Bala. The husband should be close to the wife to the husband. I want to learn this Rashi. Was saying Shtek L'Chayr, the Rebbe, beautiful Pshatim. I want to remember the Rashi, L'chaviv al Bala. This is, the angels come down and they say, Tavram, where is your wife? L'chaviv, to cause greater care. But I wanted to speak that out to the Chevron. Shloimela. Let's do a song, especially we have a Chashva Irech. Rev Katz, first of all, welcome to Yeshiva. Thank you Kevra, Shloima, that Hanan Ben Ari. We have a weird custom. We greet people. Wherever Katz goes, he shares Divrei Torah, he shares Miras. I want that we should sing a song for Katz. What should he always be pushed to? I want Shlomo, if you could do that song. Shlomo, this is the first song that I listened to without any guilt. And what? Why not? Shloim, if you could do this song. Shloim, let's go.
Sorry, I want to understand. That's powerful. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. That's
I want to end, Chevra. It's late. I want to end. First of all, thank you, Shlomo. That song. I want to express yesterday, the Parents' Day, something I've seen. I love the Parents' Day. I just love that the parents come. The parents are in the yeshiva and part of the yeshiva. The dream of success, a bacher is closer to mama, closer to tata. The world of Torah is a world of yedidus. The dream is guys are closer to tata and mama. I want to express what happens. I have seen this dozens and dozens of times. A kid's in a space being pressured and things stuffed down their throat, forced and pressured. So what I've seen happen is the kid doesn't appreciate his dad and his mom. He's not in a safe space to appreciate that. He's under lachatz. I have seen you remove a lot of those pressures. I have seen guys here, there are guys in yeshiva who ask, I love it. You know how many guys learn with their father once a week? I'm not talking about pressure. The guy says, Dad, maybe we can learn a Rashi together. Once a month, once a lifetime. But he actually learns with Dad. I'm talking about forced. A guy, you know how many people come to appreciate? I watch guys sit next. I watch Aaron Feinstein. I'm saying honest. I said yes. He's sitting there. He's not here. Is Aaron here? Oh, yes, here. Aaron's here. Thank you, Aaron. I watched you yesterday, Aaron. I watched you sitting next to his dad. His dad, Rav Shaul Feinstein. They sit next to each other. Two people close. Yedidus. Sit in friendship next to his tata. Father and son. That's not a side point to the yeshiva. I want a person take away all the forcing, all the good boy, bad boy, stark, minus, all this stuff. Knock it off. Guy's a father. It's his tata. I watch Reb Ezzi's close to Kalman. I promise the mamish close. Son and father, father and son. It's what I dream in the yeshiva. I watch. Avi's mother is like a generational, big balas chesed. He's close to his mama. He's close. Mother and son, son and mother, close. A lot of when you take away fight, struggle, discomfort, and something funny, is people mamish develop a yedidus. Shlomo Greenwald grew world since he came. His father's my friend, Rav Hanan. They become much closer, mamish. Am I saying the emes? It's a lie, call me out. They become closer, much closer, father and son. What do you mean? It's a tremendous kirva. I like guys really, respect is not how you treat. I didn't give one message yesterday. We had Parents' Day. I don't care if the guys come in gachkas, come in tank. We didn't tell one guy, put on yarmulkes, your parents are Iker Kavod is b'mayach, b'machshava. I saw Azriel and his parents. It was beautiful. I sat near them. Beautiful. Him and his parents and him. you take off nonsense, people are capable of real things. Not being a good boy, bad boy, nothing to do with that. A father and son, who mamish like tight. Mamish tight. I was watching Friday night, yes, Mechila, Russ, I was watching him playing a game with his children. Just thinking the holiness of a Friday night, a father and his children are like tzazamen. Mamish, they were playing a good game together, father and children, children and father. So I want to express that on Parents' Day yesterday. It was such a nice thing. Yosef and his mama were mamish. They were fabraying, they ran in here together, the MVP with the MVP mama. Some people thought like 13th grade shouldn't bring parents. I think every Rebbe should bring the parents. I really want the whole mishpacha should be there. The father, mother, brothers, sisters, friends, the uncles should come. It's just a place. People are welcome here. It's a space for people to come here, to connect, to be present with each other. So I just appreciate all the parents that were here. It was a delightful, it was really, really a beautiful day. Mechi was here with the mama. He was here with the mama, together with his mother. Okay, we're going to learn the shir on the 10th parak, second Seder. It's now 5:07, we're running a little behind. 5:30 will be second Seder, 5:30 sharp. Avi, we have Gemaras for the Chevra today. Whoever wants to join, we're mamish a new sugya, we're a blot in, but a new, pretty new, fresh sugya. Anybody could join in today, 5:30. Have an outstanding evening.
Thank you, Rabbi.
He's 18 years of age. He's no longer a minor. I have one child who's no longer a minor.
Literally can't be serious for a second.